Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether you're listening to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. And don't forget to follow on social media, Instagram, TikTok, or X. It is Thursday night. It's a late one. I hope everyone's been enjoying their week. I hope everyone's ready for the weekend. We have an important match on Saturday morning against Atletico Madrid as the preseason continues. Today I'm going to try and be as positive as I can be. And I know my last few episodes haven't been the greatest, but today I'm trying to be a little bit more positive than normal. But listen, I can't control anything. Because listen, it's the way the cookie crumbles with this transfer window. I hope we start making deals instead of hearing spins and speculations and everything. I really do. And from what I've been reading, obviously, most of my stuff I get on from the Manchester Evening News. Some things I do see on Twitter. One thing too that was brought up that I saw, or that I heard, was the talk of Kobe Mainu. But I've already had my discussions about him and what's going on, so I'm going to leave that there. So now I just lost my train of thought. Going back to what I was saying. Yes, I'm going to try and be more in a positive mood today than I have been over the last few episodes. Just because, listen, I know I've kind of gone a little negative, and and I do apologize for those that are listening. Listen, again, like I said, I can't control the transfer window. I can't control everything. And listen, the news is always going to be spinning. We're always going to hear who we're talking to. And like I always say, I don't believe it until we see him signing with our social media team. And then, we have the announcement. As much as we have Fabrizio Romano saying, here we go. We have Fabrizio Romano also said that about Ederson, and we saw that fall through after the World Cup. So here we are. So they're still working on targets. They're still working on trying to get players. Eddie Howe is now gone, so we're wondering if there's going to be an option to pursue Lewis Hall. Can they get him for a lower price? That definitely means Guimaraes is definitely on his way to Arsenal. So that's the one thing as well. The Rashford thing is still spinning up. I'm just pulled up an article from what I was just seeing here. Because obviously with Rashford being said here, there's also talks of rumors of using him for a swap, especially with AC Roma, with Kone, which is still, tomorrow's the deadline. If you don't remember, tomorrow is literally the deadline for what United said for the Kone deal. Tukamini is still there. Camavinga is for the rumor is still there as well. We're still looking for a backup striker. Obviously, the Xerxes news, from what I just read, as Juventus have made their purchase, the Xerxes thing looks like has been set to fall apart. So, which it's tough, because they signed Randall Kolo Muani. So there's still that there. But listen, I'm still trying to stay positive. There's talks of Liam Delap, Lakovic, who used to be the striker for Valovic. I do apologize for the butchering of the name. I do apologize. There's talks of him joining, or speculation of wanting to join United, but I do know that the money was, I think it was looking upwards towards like $400,000 a week. I think it was maybe more. He's a free transfer, but he still wants high wages, so United won't be going for that. United, he's been linked to Barcelona. He's willing to take a pay cut to go to Barca. Barca hasn't made that move either. I saw some people criticizing the signings of Chelsea today with Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson. You have to remember, Chelsea has young groups. They kind of could use mentorship with adults. So Welbeck and Henderson, though their age, yes, they're still good to have for the locker room. Though they'll be bench players, you can kind of use that maturity, especially if you have like Neto, Enzo, Liam Delap, who can learn from Danny Welbeck, who's been in the league for a long time. Am I upset that we didn't try and get Danny Welbeck back at United? A little bit. He would have fit well with Sesko. I know there's the Mateta. I know there's talks with United potentially having the option to get Liam Delap from Chelsea. I don't think they should go for it, especially when they're going to be paying $10 million more than what Chelsea paid the year before. It's hilarious how Chelsea can sign players for 20, 30 million, and United are too chicken to do it for their own. For real, like Chelsea's making money. Unfortunately, United are not. Like I said, I tried to stay positive, but it's the way it's looking. It is. We're going to see how it goes. And like I said, the deadline for Kone tomorrow. So the Kone series may be over. The Kone talk may be done tomorrow. It may be the end of the road for that. And it's already technically July 31st in the UK. So we'll see how it progresses. So probably midnight tonight in the UK will probably be the end of the Kone discussion, unless they somehow pull something out of the rabbit out of the hat. The Rodri thing to there, so to Gamini, to United, there's obviously the speculations. Nothing's moving forward there. Again, I know I mentioned last episode, and I know I mentioned like the spin. It's getting people hoped up. Like I said, don't believe anything until you see them signing on the dotted line with that social media team saying, "Welcome aboard." That's when you know the deal is there. So listen, there's plenty. Like we know we're not getting the transfer window that we want, and I've expressed myself multiple times on the last couple episodes where my episodes have kind of repeated itself, and I do apologize for not giving the best episodes, showing a little frustration, and so on and so forth. So listen, we have a match on Saturday. We're playing Atletico. What do I want to see with that? Obviously, we're not going to have everyone back. I think Bruno Delot are due back soon. Sonny Lamens ended his vacation to come back apparently to Carrington to start getting his training in. Tielemans is already in the doors. Amad Diallo is back as well. So I don't know. They're in their training. They're in their fitness now. So they're going to be training. I don't know if they'll be there for Saturday's game. Diallo more likely than Lamens and Tielemans. So we'll see that there. Hopefully we'll see Delot get some minutes, or if not, start. And this is where we're going to, like, the question is. And the one thing I want to see is the youth. The youth has to be used. I really do. I want to see Amos. I want to see Lacey. Obviously, Fredrickson is now gone. You do have the Fletcher brothers. I would like to see Toby Collier get in there more. So, like, I don't want to be getting rid of the youth. And I mentioned that last episode. Harry Moss must stay. Lacey. JJ Gabriel has to get in this weekend. I think so as well. I think I would like to see him get some minutes, whether it's 5, 10, 15. Let him know that he's there, that there's a project to build, and that he's going to be developed. I would like the academy to be restored to what it used to be, bringing in players, letting them grow. Unfortunately, like Sesko is going to be growing, but if Gabriel can get into that first team and then grow along with Sesko, that would be great. Or even wingers like Cunha and Buemo. So, actually, including a former teammate of Mbuemo, Igor, his former teammate from Brentford, is potentially on the move. United were apparently looking at him, but we don't know whether Brentford's keen to stay. But that would kind of be good for United in a way if they were able to get that, because you have that connection there. Like, they both scored a lot when they were together, but If you can get them there, that would be huge. It would be. If that could happen, that would be huge. But right now, it's just a matter of wondering what's if they can get that deal done. Sesko is still injured, so Xerxes may be getting some starts. We'll see. We will see what may happen. I'm just seeing something here by the Manchester Evening News. Manchester United could finally sell Marcus Rashford for 30 million as Premier League rival likeliest option. Let's take here. This was as of today. De Zerbi has tipped to get the best out of Manchester United forward at Tottenham. If they can strike a deal in August, England internationals is soon to set, at least temporary, reintegrate at United after 18-month hiatus. Barcelona opted, obviously. But Rashford's future has been unclear following the decision from the League of Winners. He has been linked to the move away, including links to Turkey, which were refuted. No club has matched the club's valuation so far as he prepares to return to the squad since his last competitive appearance in December 2024. So, the only thing is Tottenham is not in Champions League. De Zerbi has been tipped to get the best out of Marcus Rashford at Tottenham if they can strike a deal in August. So, hey, if it works, it works. But he won't be getting Champions League football. That's the only thing. So he'll try to help Tottenham get back. I know Tottenham is trying to try to use the same method at United last year, because again, they're not playing. Chelsea will be probably doing the same thing too, because teams like us, Newcastle, Villa, Liverpool, we will be struggling to try and get actually Newcastle, any team that's in Europe, we will struggle because of the amount of games that we're playing. So there is a chance that Tottenham can get up there. I expected Tottenham to be a little bit better last season. I didn't expect them to be close to the relegation area, basically 2 years in a row. But I expected them to be a little bit better. Obviously, the run that they had in Champions League was pretty good. They did have a decent run, but at the same time, too, they're still not in Champions League this year, so they're going to have to get their way back to get themselves into Europe. Why not add Marcus Rashford? They're building a squad to help them get into Europe and compete. The question is, can they afford his salary? Is Rashford willing to take a pay cut to go if needed? Is he okay not playing Champions League this season? Because I know that was a key part. So he won't go to any rivals, but what happens if he does go to Spurs? What happens if he does go to there to help him get Champions League? And so on and so forth. It could be something that could work out for both players. So, but going back to, that's just an article that came out, but going back to what I was talking about, the match. Saturday, obviously Rashford's not back with the squad yet. He's still another, I think, 2 weeks out. Yeah, at least 2 weeks out, because we just finished the World Cup about 10 days ago. So I want to see more of the youth this weekend, especially in Atletico. We'll see it in the second half. The first half with our starters, obviously Xerxes will be starting again. No Sesko because he's still injured, getting himself fit. Cunha is not back yet, but with Diallo back, you can possibly see Mbeumo and Diallo on the field together. So I would like to see our starters to get a little bit better with the offense and the attack and the movement. And to say, we won 5-0. Atletico and Rosenborg are two different. Again, this is still a Premier League or a preseason game. It's not like, here we go, this is what we're doing. What's the idea? We know what's going on. They're two different clubs. Atletico is a very good club. They have a very good squad. For us, we have to look at how are we going to move the attack. This is a team. Let me just take a look at Atletico here. How did they do last season? Table. So, La Liga. Just give me a moment here. Just giving myself here. So they finished 4th last year in La Liga. Did they get Champions League? No, I don't want to look at. This is not what I wanted. But okay. Go back to the standings here. So let's just take a look here. Yeah, so Atletico did qualify. Champions League, so it's a team that we're going to potentially see in Champions League. And that's the one thing too. When we're looking at our fixtures here, or even our preseason, all the teams that were coming, well, except for AC Milan. AC Milan, I think, is in Europa. Actually, I don't even think they made Europe, to be honest. But no. Where was I? Yes. So I'll find myself eventually. But teams that we're going to be facing in Champions League will be Atletico and PSG. They're two teams that we'll be facing. And listen, these are good challenges for our starters to get an idea, especially in Europe, especially for Michael Carrick. August 8th to the 15th, we're going to be having matches there where it's going to be similar to our schedule, because in early September, Champions League starts. And we're going to have 2 games. I think it's between, Everton and Man City, right in the middle. We'll have a Champions League game, the first one. So we'll need to figure out how that's going to go. Let me just take a look at the schedule here. Yeah, and then I think we have 2 games, and then we're off for the international break after September the 20th. But listen, we are going to have a challenge this weekend. It's not an easy game. This is the challenge that we want. Like I mentioned, I want to see the youth play and get more, but I want to see more of a rolling attack. I want to see what we're going to do. I know that we're still missing players. Mazraoui won't be back yet. So you'll have probably Euro, Shaw, Heaven, and Maguire playing as your back 4. And Buemo, Lacey, and let me just take a look here. Dorgu probably starting, Mount and Santos playing in the middle. It's going to be probably similar to, well, you may see Diallo play. We'll see. Maybe you get Dorgu at starting up the left back, but we're going to see some challenges. We're going to see a challenge this weekend. It's going to be a different game. You're going to see more of a press. You're going to see more of a movement from Atletico. And we might see struggles in our middle. We might. Just trying to take a look at our last game for United. Who did they play last game? Well, they played Rosenborg. But my concern is, come on, where are we looking here? Where is Rosenborg? Down. I went far back, a little too far back. Rosenborg. Let's just take a look here. Our lineup, which was Xerxes, Lacey, Mbuemo, Dorgu, Mount. Yeah. So the people that I mentioned, Vitek. You may see me there, or maybe get Lemens, or maybe you'll see our new keeper. Yeah, let's just see here for a second. I think it's Darlow is our new keeper. So you may see him playing potentially in that game. Maybe we do get our new keeper in just for him to get some time in. But there's going to be like, this isn't our set team, but you still want to expect expectations. Like I said, when I did my preseason, my preview, I talked about like, as long as we're seeing something that's improving, that's a good thing. But in this case here, obviously the World Cup is there. We're not going to see our starters until the final 2 games. Like we'll see our starters at the AC Milan game. Somehow everyone will be healthy for that, including Kobe Mainu. But realistically, they're going to be there's going to be issues. Again, it's a preseason game, but you're going to see more of a press through the midfield. You'll probably see Mason Mount, Santos struggle a little bit more. You'll see our back four probably getting more pressure than before. The movement out of the back will be there. You'll see Xerxes struggle. He will struggle against Atletico. Don't get me wrong, Atletico is missing players too because of the World Cup, but they're gonna have players there that are gonna give them challenges. Like they will have their struggles. So it's just a matter of how are things going to look as they're progressing in this game in the first half, but I would like to see somewhat of a controlled possession movement of an attack because they want to do a possession base. It'd be interesting to see Xerxes. I would like to see Xerxes start at the 10. Maybe we get Gabriel start. I don't think Gabriel's going to start this weekend. But, you know, you would like to see something. You like to see the attack be a little bit more. You want to see an attack like a team like this. Can they get something going? Can they get the ball movement? Can they control? Can we transition in the middle up through, like, can we get the ball moving? So can we adapt? Can we handle the pressure? Can Harry Maguire and Heaven together control the middle? Heaven has played very well. So that's the thing, right? And obviously later on, seeing what Shaw can do when playing 3 games in 1 week. So it's just a matter of rotation and getting the players in and, you know, getting our original starters back too. But I would like to see some things. I would like to see, like I mentioned, movement, growth, defense. Santos, who has played well, but this is a challenge for him. Mount has played well. This is going to be a challenge for him. Lacey, we know he's played. This will be a challenge for him. And Buemo, we know he can play. Xerxes, Dorgu, these will all be challenges. These next games are where we're going to be getting tested. And like these are the games where the criticism comes out even more than what it was before. So what's next? You're going to see on Saturday. I'll be doing my post game as always, but to predict the lineup, you have to go with something similar to Rosenberg. Possibly, you may see Diallo in more. Maybe if Diallo is in, you can move Mbuemo up to the striker and then Xerxes to the 10. Get that feel of the transition in the middle with the mid to Xerxes, so on and so forth. But it's just a matter of how they're going to look. So, but do I want to win? Of course. Am I expecting win? Hard to say. Would I be upset if we won 5-0, drew or lost 1-0? No. Like if we drew 1-1 or like 0-0 or 0-0, sorry. Or if we lost 1-0 or if we won 1-0, would I be upset at the result of the game? Depending on how the game went. But realistically, if I'm watching the game and I saw improvement, I saw better flow, if I saw like the defense moving things well, if they're handling the pressure, handling the transition, if they're actually doing what Carrick wants, possession based, not counterattack, the transition works, like they're transitioning, holding up and moving the ball through. Can they do that? I hope. I love how we're talking possession based when we've had managers come in that wanted to do it, but these players can't do it. United never learned their lessons, but, you know, maybe it's a new chapter. We already are in a new chapter. But no, just gotta. There's a lot of things I'd like to see. I would like to see more Aiden Heaven. Like I do like him. I would like to see Aiden Heaven start a lot this season. But it's going to take time. Like we're still going to be waiting for. Like we don't know, and we don't know how Rashford's going to be integrated. We don't. So we'll see how the next couple of weeks go. We do. So it's going to take time. It'll take a moment or two, but this game is going to start. I wouldn't say set the tone, but it's going to set the direction where we have to start playing at a certain level, and we'll see that in the first half. So again, I want to see JJ. Again, Harry Moss, Lacey, getting those guys in. Cheeto Obi, I like to see him get some movement in. If Tielemans is ready, maybe he gets some time, but he's still resting and getting himself up. Diallo just came back, so we may not see him. We may not see him until the next week. So realistically, this is the last chance for the youngsters, the under 21s, to get some time. So we'll see how this goes. So, yeah, and then I'll be back for Saturday. I'll do a late episode Saturday night. I may do a live one. I may do a live episode. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I will have a live episode probably coming on the weekend. I may do a live one for the AC Milan match, but that's really early in the morning for me. It is early in the morning for me, but I will try and do some live matches. Can't do it on Saturday. Maybe. Let me just check the games next week. PSG seems like a good one. Yeah, PSG seems like a good one. Leeds I can't do. Yeah, Milan is early. I can do the Ipswich because that's the home opener, I believe. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'll aim for the friendly for PSG. That's what I'll aim it for. I'll do the friendly for PSG. No, sorry, I'll do the live match on PSG. So we'll see how it goes. I'll have my avatar. You'll see it there. Looking through, hopefully it works. But yeah, I'll see if I can get my avatar working to do the watch along and everything. So, it would just take time. That's how I'm going to leave it as. So, but yeah, I'll be back Saturday with a new episode, post game talking about Atletico. It will take, hopefully Atletico. Yeah, no, sorry, I don't know where I just went. But yeah, post game Atletico. I won't do player rankings, because again, it's preseason. Like I'm expecting like two sides here. I'm expecting some good things, some bad things, some ugly things. I'm expecting multiple things to happen. So, okay. But yeah, I will talk to you guys Saturday. Enjoy the game on Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your Friday. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, follow, whether it's YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. And then social media, don't forget to follow on Instagram, TikTok, or X. Do share. Do leave a comment. Listen, there's a lot of things going on, especially with transfers. We're up in the air still with transfers. We don't know how things are going to look. We're still waiting on specific things. So it's just a matter of waiting. This is just a waiting game now for transfers. So, but yeah, some good things, some bad things. I tried to be positive as I could today. There's just so many unknowns, and you have to look at it here. Like the game on Saturday, I'm hoping for a lot of good things. I mentioned what I wanted to see. So this is the game where it starts, where we have to start seeing the tempo, the movement, the pressure, the adaptation. Carrick has to start being able to adjust. So, yeah. But no, I'll talk to you guys on Saturday. Again, enjoy your Friday. Enjoy the match on Saturday. I'll talk to you guys late Saturday night. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.